My name is Lowell. I attend the University of New Hampshire at Manchester, and I am studying history. Upon graduating high school, I wasn't the best student, nor did I think I could afford college, so I entered the workforce right away. I worked doing manual labor for 2 years and realized that college was definitely something that needed to be done, and once I went full force for it, I realized how affordable and accessible it is, and UNH-Manchester was a perfect fit for someone like me that made the decision to go back after taking a little bit of time off. At UNH-Manchester, I've had the experience of starting off with the general studies program before I chose to transfer to history, so I got to meet a lot of the different professors there, and the faculty in general is extremely accessible. So I mean, my experience with faculty has been numerous, but accessible. So it's nice. You build relationships with everybody because it's such a small community, and you really get the attention that you deserve because you're paying for it. As far as a favorite class goes, anything to do with history, which is surprising to me because it took, I don't even know how long. I used to hate history, and now I want to be a professor in the long run. So American history specifically, Professor Jack Resch has been a great teacher and guiding light in my studies there, and is a wonderful resource for studying early American history, which is what fascinates me. When I graduated high school, I say graduated, but I think I had a 1.6 GPA, and college was the know-all end-all, and it was the next logical step. But oftentimes that may not be what you necessarily need to do. You need to really examine what's important, what fits your lifestyle, and what really works for you. And college is absolutely important to always consider, and it's never too late to go back. I took 2 or 3 years off. I worked, and I learned the lesson the longer and more difficult way of really having to experience life first. But now that I've returned to school, I have a 3.8 GPA, and I'm a much better student than I ever was in high school. I enjoy learning, and hopefully that this is something that I can build a future on, because I wasn't building a future before. I was a full-time musician, I guess you could call it. I was working full-time as well, but I was a singer-songwriter. I love to play music. I still love to play music. I think anybody who plays or writes music like I did, it never something that leaves you. But although I enjoyed doing it and spending as much time on it as I did, it wasn't a functional career path for me per se. But just because I'm not studying music or currently pursuing it 40 plus hours a week as a full-time job doesn't mean that I don't still go home and play and write and play shows once in a while and do all those things. And there comes times where a little sacrifice now may open up more time to do that again in the future, which would be great. Yeah, college is definitely a challenge to try and figure out how you're going to pay for it. And I know it seems overwhelming at first because you're looking at the cost of tuition for a full year. But the great thing is that there's financial assistance through the FAFSA, which is a free application that you just fill out online, which often seems daunting, but it's actually pretty easy, and there's plenty of people to help you, whether it be the financial aid office at the university you're looking to attend or the people at NHHEAF. There's plenty of people that want to see you succeed. So college is affordable. You can make it affordable. Plus, once you've been accepted and you do get financial aid, you may be eligible for work-study programs. You could work part-time at the university or maybe off campus. There are ways to pay for it. It's making the decision that you want to go. Yeah, one of the classes that has really hit me was I took an art history course. I used to hate art history, bored me to death, but Professor Stengel, Professor Andrew Stengel, did a really great job making the material engaging. He's personally been to every piece that he talks about, whether it be sculpture or painting or anything like that, and I'm actually taking a second course with him this semester in a more community-oriented arena at the Currier Museum of Art in Manchester. So, you know, you're not necessarily stuck in a classroom being bored by, you know, chalk and talk. You're going out and you're experiencing art firsthand and looking at it and interacting with it, which is really, really cool. My name is Lowell, and I believe that all New Hampshire students can be